What's up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond, and I'm back with my own review of the Real Housewives of Potomac. Let's get into it. I'm gonna try to simplify the certain things that did make sense because I want to get to the actual problems and the actual bullshit that happened in this episode because I was so pissed off at the end, and it was mind-boggling to me on how it led up to this moment. The Three Stooges, Giselle, Robin, and Mia, all y'all go straight to hell. Get on the train to hell. Y'all don't have any unfinished business. Y'all don't get a second chance. Just get on the bus. Get on the bus. Train, get on. Get on, get on. So we start off with Mia. Mia is on the phone with Peter, where I left off last week, and wondering why does he have beef with Wendy. Now, before we get into the beef he has with her, we know that Peter and Mia actually know each other really well. They've known each other for 10 years. They've celebrated each other's milestones for businesses, and he was the second man to hold her daughter other than G. So with the beef, okay? Now, he said, nah, I'm going to tell her when I see her. She don't want to probe, but she wants to know what it is. This is just Peter's way of trying to get on reality TV, okay? Peter is a messy bitch. Point blank, period. Ashley. Ashley stops by the stepsister's room to talk about her DMs are blowing up. Any ex-boyfriend she had in the past are coming out the woodwork. And ever since the divorce of Michael, it's like, whoa, girl, for real? And then her house, the house that she wants to move into, she put an offer in. They accepted the offer, but they won't move out until July, and she wants to move in by June. So she going to withdraw her offer. I don't know why she wants to do that. Is there a certain time frame that she wants to be out of the house? Like, is she doing the same exact stalling method that she did when it came down to not getting an attorney? I don't know. But Michael has become more and more intolerable. Okay, he's been fussing over the little things. Okay, and it's like, oh wow, really? I mean, he wasn't much of a stand up parent in the beginning, and now he's trying to be a stand up parent now. Okay, and she's not about to deal with this. In the confessional, she said, "Bruh, handle your business and leave me alone. I'm on vacation." But it's already sad that that's the man you decide to have children with. That you can't even trust that he knows what to do when you're on vacation. And he's fussing over what he did not participate in helping and figuring out. Fine. Um, Also, the house is terrible. While the house is beautiful, the house plumbing is terrible. You can hear people flushing and everything. It ain't good, okay? So all the girls are getting ready. Candace does not arrive until 10, and Mia and Jacqueline are arguing. Now Jacqueline came ill prepared, automatically depend upon Mia having everything for her. Deodorant, razor, tampon, lip gloss. And Mia's like, oh my God, I love Jacqueline. I love her to death, but when she's asking me more than one thing and she reached that level of asking me a sixth thing, I blow up. Girl, please, get your own shit. Now, the way that Mia was talking to Jacqueline was rude, disrespectful, like talking down upon her. And I feel two ways. Jacqueline, why do you put up with this? Okay? I will never be friends with someone who talks down on me. And how do you not come prepared on a girl's trip? Now, I know that you can, you know, forget things, and it makes me irritated that I forget things. I never want to ask nobody for nothing, so I take it upon myself to figure out my next step. And other people get a little bit iffy when you ask to borrow their stuff. So for you to be so codependent on Mia being there for you, it must have been something that you had to constantly be running up behind her to get stuff from her. Like it's not good for me. I don't like that. Um, but the friendship, yeah, the friendship, it got some cracks, it got some holes. This friendship was probably doomed to break. That's why everything came on Instagram. Cherie's trying to make it a moment to be noticed that she's trying to find a hotel. But Mia said she can't find a good hotel because it was hard for her to find the house. So, girl, you have a bed, okay? Just share a bathroom with the other girls, you'll be fine. What do you mean it was hard for you to find a house, Mia? It's Miami. I'm pretty sure there are multiple hotels and multiple Airbnbs in Miami. You only wanted Cherise to stay because you wanted some drama. That's what it is. So Wendy and Karen have a conversation, and how's it going with Karen? I mean, how's it going with Cherise? Are you okay that she's here? I mean, she's trying to enjoy her birthday weekend with her girls, okay? Even though Sharice did approach her on a lunch, but Karen isn't about to have a lunch be with the girls, not in this setting. So whatever issue you have, we can talk. We can go to Starbucks. They got good coffee, you know. And the questionable behavior that Sharice acted on 5 years ago with accusing Karen of sleeping on Ray. So at that point, the bridge has been burned. Karen has nothing to say to Sharice, even though Sharice want to have something to say to her. She's like, okay, fine. It ain't gonna change how I felt 5 years ago, and it is what it is. Um, Mia, Ashley, and Giselle, they go outside and talk, right? So Mia tells, first of all, she complains to them about how Jacqueline came ill prepared. I can't deal with this. I love her, but she can't be doing this all the time. If this has been your friend for 15 years, I would never talk down about my friend to girls that I've only met 2 years ago. They're not in the same category of me venting to them about my friend that I've known for 15 years. So that's some bullshit right there. And that's the type of friend you should be careful. How you can have a very close friendship with someone, but then that person will exploit your embarrassed moments, exploit the type of person you are, exploit your shortcomings. That's a frenemy. That's a backstabbing type of friend. And that's what Mia is showing me right now. So then she talks about them going to Bar One, Peter's restaurant. And Ashley was like, does Mia know? Does Wendy know? Because she is talking about doing a restaurant with him. Does she know that we're going to his restaurant? Mia said no. But then she brings up how Peter got beef with her. And it's like, what? For real? And here comes Giselle with the information that she met Peter years ago at the BET Awards, and how Wendy's name was mentioned, but also finding out that Wendy did research on Peter to figure out how to get in touch with him, to talk about running a business with him. And the way that Giselle wanted to make it seem as if, oh, Wendy, you researching somebody? Why would you do that? Why would you not do that? When you go into business with someone, you have to know what they bring to the table. You have to know their credentials. So you do research. Giselle, shut the fuck up. And then Peter told Giselle that Wendy has this cockamamie idea about putting a Nigerian lounge. So I'm just going to play along with her, see what she's talking about, but I don't think it's a good idea. Excuse me? Sir, what? So it clicked in my brain. This is Peter's entrance into being on the season more often, okay? Because Peter is a bitch, okay? Nene told him, stop acting like a damn bitch. Stop getting into women's business, okay? You told Giselle that it's not a good idea for Wendy to have a restaurant, and you're going to play along with her. You're going to see what she says, but not really, take her seriously. Then what's the purpose of talking to her? What was the purpose of you sitting down with her, running the numbers, telling her what type of percentage she can have? All she has to do is put this down. That lets me know you told Giselle exactly what you wanted to tell Giselle, because you know how Giselle goes. You know how Giselle operates. Because you wanted to be on the show. You wanted to have a moment, a scene. Because you probably are looking at Wendy's credentials into making you look good. That way you can have another restaurant, okay? Because Peter, we already know you probably got a few successful restaurants, but you've also written bad checks and you don't know how to manage your money. Like, that was bullshit to me. And I literally wrote, Peter is a messy bitch, using Giselle for a storyline, and you know Giselle looks for any opportunity to poke holes on someone else's story, poke holes in someone else's situation, and make it her job to bust their bubble. Like, this is bullshit. This is like a setup from beginning to end, and it is irritating me. Talking about, Wendy, if you ain't got no money, just say that. You can't come out here doing this if you ain't got no money. Shut the fuck up, Giselle. Hungry hippo ass. Shut the fuck up. Girl, you ain't got no fucking money. Where's Ever Hugh? Do you still, are you still an author? Do people still buy your books? Like, girl, you ain't got no money in that barn that you live in. You need to shut the fuck up, Giselle. You are in no position to talk about nobody. And why is that your go-to? You ain't got no money. You ain't got no money. Apparently, you've been on this season since season 1, and you still haven't made anything outside of the show. You still have not had anything else that you can live off of once this show ends. You can miss me. So all the ladies go inside the car, two different cars. Um, Mia tells Karen that she understands why Sharice isn't her favorite person. Right, so all the ladies go in the car to head out to the restaurant. Mia talks to Karen, telling her that she understands that Sharice is not her favorite person. Karen said, "Don't put words in my mouth. Okay, I'm open to see what she says." But throughout the conversation, Mia is being so short with Jacqueline because Jacqueline is saying how she likes Sharice. Sharice is very sweet. And Mia was like, I'm not talking to you. No. Girl, be quiet. I'm not talking to you. And Jacqueline was like, really, Mia? Mia. So it's just like, Mia, what are you doing? Is you trying to flex in front of the girls? Like, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to prove? Why are you treating your friend you've known since you were 15 like shit? Like, oh my God, girl, you're so annoying. Go away. Why do I bring you along? Why do I tag you along? You're just not my type of vibe. Like you're looking down upon the girl whose mother took you in when you were in foster care. Are you fucking kidding me? Jacqueline, I don't know how you can be friends with this bitch. Mia is not a friend to nobody. I do believe that the childhood that Mia had, the adulthood, she couldn't wait to make something out of herself. Because she wanted something else so she could feel happy, be bragged about. And now she's in this position. Everything else that she worked so hard to get there, she's leaving it behind, looking down upon them. You're not on my level. Like, she's treating you like that. It's like, why are you excluding your friend out the group? Why are you talking to her like that? That is not a friend. That's a friend of me. Okay? And it's like, this is the breakdown of the friendship. It really is. So Mia talks about understanding that Sharice could be a little bit theatrical because she was complaining about not having a bathroom and needing certain accommodations. And Mia was like, oh my God, girl, we're all females. Just share a bathroom. It's okay. But it's kind of funny that Mia wants to look down upon how Sharice likes to stay and have certain accommodations for her to stay. But you liked her uppity attitude. Now you don't like it, even though I don't give a damn about Sharice. I don't know why she's here. Why is she here? So now in the other car, Robin was talking about the podcast, and everybody in the comments talking about they don't poop in front of their spouse, and it's just like, you do, you don't. I don't really give a damn. But then it led to Robin saying how she walks around naked in front of her kids. And even in the shower, her kids can walk in, say, Mom, I need something, and she's overexposed. Robin, you walk around the house naked in front of your teenage boys. Now, Giselle said, my situation is different. I got girls. But for a boy, that's kind of different, though. Your boys are teenagers. At that point, they're going to know what a woman's body looks like, and they're not going to feel flattered or be satisfied with looking at their mother's body. Like, it's different strokes for different folks, but that's kind of to me because at a certain age, there should be a time where you stop seeing your children's bodies just like your children stop seeing your bodies at a certain time of age. But it doesn't surprise me that Robin is so free willy about her body, but I mean, I sense no feminine energy from Robin. I sense butch. I sense lesbian. I don't sense anything like, and the fact that Juan, what does Juan think of you walking around naked in front of your sons? Come to think of it, Juan don't have nothing else to say. He just sits there. And I just want Robin to know that the way you and Juan tend to just be free, that's some white people shit. I'm sorry, I can't do it. Because it messes up the kids' minds to me that you would walk around naked in front of your teenage boys. Maybe that's why your boys, never mind, whatever, I'm done with that. I mean, even Ashley went through the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Her mom walked around naked in front of her and her brother. To this day, she still does it in front of her grown-ass son. Nope, I'm good. I'm good. So they arrive at the restaurant. It's a nice place. Wendy didn't even know that they were going to bar one. Okay? And if she sees Peter, she'll say hi, but there'll be no talking about work. This weekend could wait. I'm all about vacation. Monday, hit me up, okay? So Robin wants to do hookah, and Mia makes another opportunity to embarrass Jacqueline that she likes to do hookah too, making as if she's a drug addict. Girl, I cannot be with a friend who likes to exploit my embarrassing moments or exploits my interest. And at the end of the day, I won't even give her that satisfaction. Okay, I like hookah, and like Mia is literally trying to audition to be a part of Giselle and Robin's group, okay? She's trying to solidify her position, and it's not working right for me. So, Ashley is wondering when Candace arrives, the air might be different, okay? And you know how Candace has a chip on her shoulder, and Robin talks about how they have a big issue. Ashley said, "What is our big issue? You guys just went through arguing with one another. Y'all were talking about your husbands." Ashley said that the mirror is reflected upon her. She don't like it. And I'm just putting it to her face. If that makes me vindictive, so be it. Ashley, no. Okay? While I do feel like you want just a little bit of revenge against Candace, this chip you have on your shoulder is as big as a mountain. Okay? This chip is named Michael Darby. And you're now projecting on what you're now dealing with him throughout this divorce, and you're putting it on Candace, okay? Call his spade spade, Ashley, okay? Now, with you saying what is the big deal, I feel like Ashley doesn't look at her and Candace arguing as a big deal because they've done this season after season. And what happens? They still smile, they still have a good time with one another, and they move on. So I think that Ashley don't want to look as a big deal of arguing with Candace. We've done it before, we'll do it again. But we still have a good time. Like Candace said, Ashley is a good time. She's fun. But it's something else that we just cannot get through, and that's that messy demon inside of her. And I think that Robin and Giselle try to make it bigger than what it is, okay? And then Ashley wants to clarify, was there anything else mentioned when I talked about Chris making my friend feel uncomfortable? Because I heard that he was grabbing butt. And everybody was like, yeah, that was repeated. Yep. Giselle, I heard it. I was there and I heard it. You didn't hear it, Giselle. You repeated it. And then you got Mia, Robin, and Giselle in the confessional talking about, oh yeah, he was grabbing butt. He was grabbing butt. Oh yeah, he's all about butt grabbing, butt grabbing. Mia, I mean, Candace don't have a booty, so maybe Chris want to see what a butt feels like. I literally was like, how do we go from Michael touching a production's ass to us joking in the confessional that Chris possibly grabbed another woman's ass? What the fuck? Candace, you shouldn't fool with none of these bitches, okay? None of these bitches are your friend. Ashley, Giselle, and Robin mean no good to you. They are no good to you, okay? And as far as hurting on the bus, Giselle, you went right up and told it. Said, oh, Ashley spilled some bombs. Talking about this, talking about that. And Ashley never said that. Ashley never said that. What you thought you heard, what you thought you misunderstood, or what you thought you did this, all came out of your fucking head, Giselle. Like, you heard was inaccurate. And you always tend to talk about what you thought happened, but it never happened. And Ashley said, I never said, I even gestured that he leaned in on the table, on the bar. I never said he touched anybody. And it's fucking bullshit. I'm like, Ashley, please pay attention. These girls mean no good to you. You are the jokester. You are the patsy. Robin and Giselle will make you like a fool every single time, and you still won't be friends with these girls. Why? You and Robin did not have a good interaction at the beginning of the franchise. You talk so much shit about Robin's finances as she went up to your job and put her finger in your face, and yet you still be friends with this bitch? It must have been something. It's gotta be. Okay, Robin Giselle must have proofread everybody else's secrets or something, and if they exploit it when it's the right time, like, I don't see how you can be friends with these girls. I really don't. It's annoying. So here goes Giselle again, starting shit. I want to bring up how Karen and Sharice spoke at the airport. Karen don't fuck with Sharice, okay? And now Sharice want to say, I mean, I don't know. I want to talk to her, but people are thinking I come from a bad place. who said you coming from a bad place? So she calls out Wendy. Wendy never said you came from a bad place. She said that Karen's happy that you're here, but don't know exactly what your intentions are. She don't know if you're coming from a good place or a bad place. Cherie said, I'm not. I'm not coming from a good place. Who said I wasn't coming from a good place? Wendy said, I don't know. And Wendy wasn't wrong. Because she was Cherise, we haven't seen you in 5 years. Now you're coming on the show and you want to have a conversation with Karen for what? What are your intentions of talking to Karen? What? Yeah, I haven't spoken in 5 years. So is it a good thing or a bad thing? We don't know. So now she's deflecting on trying to call out Wendy for saying this and saying that, like making it seem as if Wendy was meddling or telling something different, flipping the story, when she pretty much had a valid point. Cherise, why are you here? Why are you hanging around? What is your intention to move forward with Karen? Y'all haven't spoken in 5 years, so is it good or is it bad? So then Wendy calls out Mia, that Mia, you understood why Karen don't fuck with her. She's like, oh my God, wait a minute, Wendy. And two bum birds in the background defending Mia. Don't let her twist your words. You need to turn around and turn that to your friend Giselle, because she enjoys twisting other people's words. And that, Mia want to clarify this big old, explanation that she said that she was theatrical but not having a bathroom. Robin added her 2 cents that she wasn't being dramatical, she wasn't being theatrical, she won't have a bathroom. Robin, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, you lumberjack. Shut up. Shut up. You look like a damn lizard. That's what you look like. A lizard, a frog, like, ew. And it's just kind of like, what loyalty do you have for Cherise? Actually, I take that back, you do. Because you've known her since her husband and your husband played together. He was a coach, he was a player. So you have loyalty to Cherise. But it's fucking bullshit, okay? I'm not about to give this moment to Cherise. And Amelia was like, it was a little bit too much for me, and now I understood why you're having reservations, so moving forward with her, okay? And now this whole lunch thing, the lunch that never happened. Karen don't want to have lunch with Cherise. Point blank in the period, okay? Because people grow apart, okay? We haven't been friends in 5 years. I moved on. I'm moving forward, not backwards. And Cherise was like, okay, but how can you move forward with someone if you don't know what the issue is? Or you know what the issue is, but you want to move forward? Like I just did 5 years ago. Like Karen already knew what the situation was with moving forward in a friendship with you, and that was to not have none. And Cherise want to say that Karen's been avoiding her from day one because I know all of her secrets and she might be afraid. She should be. Listen, Cherise, if you want to come in here and expose Karen, by all means do it. But you don't want to. Okay, you want to have a moment. And this is what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? We haven't spoken in 5 years. I haven't called you. You haven't called me. I already know where we stand. So what's up? And Karen is not about to give Giselle and Robin what they want, which is someone else arguing, someone else's issue being brought to the forefront, and they're just watching, okay? Because Giselle wants to now say, Karen, just say what the issue is so we can move on. Who was begging for her to talk? Nobody was begging Karen to talk to Cherise. That was you and Robin. You guys have been adding little comments here and there, trying to create a storyline that Karen don't want to fuck with Cherise. Karen already said she want to fuck with her. Why does that matter to y'all? You guys want a moment. You guys wanted to be out here. That's what you guys want to do. And like Karen said in the beginning, people like to tap into other people's misery so they don't talk about their own. And that's what Robin Giselle does. I got enough to deal with this. And then she started singing happy birthday to herself. And I wasn't mad. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. I'm not about to give you what you want, okay? Moving on. Peter made his grand debut, giving everybody a hug. I heard that he called Giselle beautiful out to everybody. I wonder if we can get into the room about Peter and Giselle dating. So basically, he's happy being in Miami, but he mostly, be in Baltimore during the time. And Ashley peeped how Peter came with good energy, good spirits. Why did Mia act like Peter had an issue? He was going to come out and say, I'm mad at you, Wendy. Because she asked Mia, is he a jokester? Does he joke a lot? Yeah, he a jokester. So this whole beef, does he actually have beef or was he just playing? Oh no, I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna ask him. I was happy that Ashley caught that. Like, he don't look like he got beat, but this is what Peter does. So Giselle wanted Karen and Sharice to get to a good place. Karen, I am spending my 59th birthday. I ain't got time for this. Leave me alone. Mia cannot wait to find out what the issue is. Follows Peter in the cut. Sharice follows behind her. What's the beef, okay? So Peter talks about not hearing back from Wendy after him sending her a proposal about going together on a business, okay? And that he never got a reply back, this, and that, a third. And, you in my city, you in my restaurant, you didn't say hi to me. Peter, you don't own Miami, okay? And I'm pretty sure your restaurant isn't the only restaurant that's available in Miami right now, but you got some credibility, you got some, publicity for your restaurant, so you might want to stop talking. And me is in the background like, okay, time is money. The early bird gets the worm and blah, blah, blah. But now, since Sharice got what she wanted out of, hearing about Wendy, she wants to tell Peter she's looking to open up a lounge as well. Goodbye, Sharice. So having a complaint that they're supposed to do business together, blah, blah, blah. You didn't call me, you didn't say this, blah, blah, blah. And Mia got what she wanted. And Peter knew exactly what Mia was going to do. While talking to her, he's not trying to engage in what Mia is adding, all this energy, but he's saying just enough for me to go back and say something. And that's what Peter wanted. So Mia came in, barely sat down, want to call out Wendy, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Peter, no, wait, Giselle wanted to, talk about what was the conversation that she had with Peter. And Mia said, okay, well, listen, I spoke to Peter, and he was telling me that he has beef with you. She said, have beef with who? Beef with me. And she's like, oh, wow. Okay. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'm skipping. Before we get to that, since Mia got what she wanted, we see Jacqueline and Ashley talk, right? So Ashley talks about, her getting to know Mia was a struggle, but they're really cool, but Mia can be bossy. Jacqueline co-signs and said, yeah, she can be a lot, as her longest friend. I've dealt with that. I've known her to with kids, but had I met her as an adult, we wouldn't be friends. But she can be a little bit bossy, and I don't go along with the bullshit that she does. And Jacqueline had every right to, literally realize that revelation of you're only friends with Mia out of the history, and you think that this history of a friendship is worth staying in. But if a friend is treating you like shit every chance they get when they're around new people because they want to, perform for them, get good with them, make you look stupid, that's not a friend, Jacqueline. And if you feel like the friendship has literally ceased from it being, more than just a friendship, it's now becoming a chore, it's now becoming a bore, it's now becoming draining, then you might as well look at it and be like, okay, friendship over. You don't have to owe Mia anything. I think that Mia felt like she's owed you enough. So I'm like, well, damn, here we go. There it is right there. Okay. So Mia comes back. Giselle automatically wants to get the conversation started. Mia said she was on FaceTime with Peter, and he told me he got beef with you. Beef with who? Beef with you, Wendy. So with her owning up the conversation, you got the two birds in the background like, what beef? What beef? Wendy said, I don't have beef with men. I don't know why Mia felt the need to defend Peter. Like, wait, Wendy, that's family. No, that's family. What did she say? I don't have beef with men. That's not disrespectful. So then, talking about how they sent you a deal. You didn't sign the paperwork. You didn't sign the third. So hearing that Peter is talking to Mia about their business, which has nothing to do with her. It's none of Mia's business what Peter does. Wendy, in her confessional, talking about he owes me something, which means he owes her a conversation. He owes her a response because she won the paperwork of the building and she wanted to do a site visit. He said they will see. Hasn't replied back after he will set up the site visit. So as far as Wendy not being on her P's and Q's about handling her business. I don't know what you're trying to say. And Peter, it is very bad business of you to have a conversation with someone, not your business partner, not your business. That's bad business. And Mia is speaking for Peter on how you might want to have a conversation. You didn't tell him he was coming to town, this, and that, a third. And Wendy was appalled, like, why are you questioning me about why did I check in with Peter that I was in town? The only person I need to check in on the town is my husband. And then they bring up, girl, get out that mindset. It's business, okay? You got to talk with someone you're in business with. And we got the two girls in the background, Robin and Giselle. That's true. That's true. And of course, he was like, I'm not about to go back and forth with you, honey. Don't do that. Okay? You and your husband play like that, but I don't play like that. Period. Okay? And they go back and forth. When I'm the youngest black female in on the table, I'm the youngest black professor in John Hopkins. Side note, John Hopkins University issued a statement after this episode that they have no involvement of the Housewives of Potomac. So it's really not necessary that Mia and Wendy are arguing about why did she tell Peter she was in town. Mia, why is it in your business? And Wendy, you don't have to explain yourself to nobody because that is your business. Like, it was bullshit from the start. And with, Mia feeling like Wendy don't get it, it's not about business. It's about business, not personal. Get your mind out the gutter. You can't talk to another man that's not your husband. It won't mean nothing. But it's not up to you, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of back and forth. I was tired of it because it was ridiculous. Really ridiculous. That Wendy is saying, I don't roll like that. I don't just talk to a man and say, I'm in town, come hit me up. When she says, I'm on town for business, I'm on town for fun, okay? I am in Miami for fun, okay? Blah, blah, blah. That's what happened, okay? So with, Wendy saying, like, why are you telling me I'm supposed to tell a guy I'm coming to town? I don't need to do that. I did not come here for that. I came on fun, not business. When she said that, Leah just flipped her drink. Like, literally tried to pour it out, and it splashed on Wendy. Karen and Ashley got up so fast, and you know who didn't move? Giselle and Robin. They are not getting up at the table. They're not diffusing the situation. They are watching it with glee, okay? So Mia and Wendy go back and forth, get off the table. Don't talk about my husband. Don't do that. We didn't talk about your husband. She said that me and my husband don't operate like that. Maybe you and yours does. Okay, that's what she said. And Robin, your lizard ass. You bottom of the barrel bitch. She calls Wendy antagonistic and baiting when you're instigating at the same time. Telling someone, don't do that, excuse me. Wendy has every right to act the way she wants to act when she has a drink thrown in her face. I'm not about to be composed when a drink is thrown at me. And then Robin took out her phone like she's TMZ, saying, I want proof. So we don't do this whole he-man, he says, she says shit. Bullshit. And the only thing that she caught was Wendy. Because Wendy said, the way that your husband plays. You and your husband like sleeping with men and women. And that's all that Wendy caught. Robin caught. Just hearing Wendy go off. And it's like, what you mean trying to do this whole he say, she say shit? Want to get everything on camera so we can all know who said what. As if there are other cameras surrounding y'all right now. Okay? Again, a whole bunch of back and forth. Jacqueline gets up, tells me, a girl, think about what you're doing. Think how hard you worked to get here. Is it worth it? Is she worth it? Robin being an instigator. Baiting and antagonizing Wendy, telling her, if you're not going to fight, then shut up. If you are going to fight, then fight. This is what happens when people fight you. When people fight, you got other people in the background instigating, antagonizing, and baiting. Saying, if you're going to fight, then fight. If not, shut the fuck up. It's reminding me of what's going on right now with Shaquilla Robinson. How when it was discovered that she was practically killed on her trip, and her friends didn't do nothing. In the video that resurfaced, her friend, she's getting beat up, and she's not even aware she's getting beat up. And all her friends were like, "Girl, get up, girl, fight," behind the camera. For someone who don't want to fight, who don't like violence, y'all bitches didn't do shit. This is not funny. And Robin, you have a history of antagonizing and baiting people. Both you and Giselle. Y'all get the fuck up out of my face. So Wendy hits her right back with, "Why are you so concerned? Is it because you fucking him? Because you fucking him?" Now, all bets are off. When you throw a drink at me, I say whatever the fuck's on my mind, okay? So Jacqueline gets her and thinking that was a dig at her husband, but I'm like, listen, that's what happened, right? When you throw a drink at me, all bets are off. There's no rules, there's no boundaries. Here goes Giselle. Oh, now you're making stuff up. Giselle, you should know. Because you consistently make up other shit. You consistently throw out accusations that never happen, throw out allegations that never happen, situations that never happen. You enjoy making shit up. So fucking miss me. But just miss me with that shit, okay? And, Wendy calls her crater face bitch. They fight again. She walked up on her. And it's like, Wendy ain't afraid of her. Let her go. Let her go. She ain't gonna do nothing. Ashley's wondering if Wendy's okay. Her hair got wet, but she had the wet wavy. She good. Karen finally to drive and shut that phone off. This isn't funny. And it wasn't funny. And it's so funny that when it comes down to Robin and Giselle getting exposed, oh, we gotta be serious. But they can make a mockery out of somebody else's expense. Hilarious. So it kind of settled down for a little bit. Wendy said, that's your friend. She threw a drink on me. And Ashley agrees. Okay? Because if you throw a drink on me, it's up and it's stuck. Period. And the drink Miss Karen. And now Jacqueline's trying to calm Mia because she's pissed off. She's upset. You know what I'm saying? Don't come at me about my husband. Don't do that. And why is she talking about my husband? Why does she do that? Like, bro, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You were the one who inserted yourself in her business when you had absolutely no right to do so. So, of course, Robin, she would say that, Mia was wrong for throwing a drink, but Wendy kept on going and going and going. Listen, how would you react if I threw a drink on you? You gonna sit there and take it? And Robin, no, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Exactly, shut the fuck up. So nobody's gonna be in their right mind. Stay composed, stay calm, stay relaxed when the drink's being thrown at them. You can fucking miss me. I'm going for blood. So Mia's trying to get her calmness in order. They go back and forth again. Don't talk about my husband. Don't do that. That's wrong. That's wrong. And then she wanted Karen to tell her that Wendy was wrong. But Karen wants to be neutral and say, no. You were wrong for throwing a drink. And she was saying about her husband. But that's not what Mia wanted to hear. Mia wanted to hear that Wendy was wrong, period. And you got Giselle, listen neck, number 2 over there, saying, no. You're humping, Karen. You're humping. Meaning she's straddling the fence. Just be a friend of somebody. Be a friend of somebody. Giselle, you got a lot of fucking nerve to tell someone how to be a friend when you're no friend to nobody. Okay? That's what you are. And she said, I am a friend to somebody, even to you, raggedy ass. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, Giselle. Get out of here. And then it goes back up again. They putting fingers in each other's faces. Wendy said, put your finger down. I let you slide with that drink, bitch. I let you slide. Put your finger down. So Wendy tried to get at Mia, but she tripped and grabbed onto Karen's chair. Karen said, how did I get hit? Why am I getting touched? That's some bullshit. The 2 bum birds in the background talking about, yeah, see, she keeps on doing it. Like, this and that. Don't let her do it. Shut the fuck up, okay? Karen in the middle. Jacqueline is trying to get at her. She calls her crater face bitch again. Okay, you got one more time. And this isn't that. And it's just like, this is another bullshit. This is another bullshit, though. Like, listen, what type of boss throws a drink on a woman? Look at the CEO. At the same point in time, you got Mia fighting security to get to Wendy. Fighting her. Hungry here for Giselle. Happy the food is here. I don't know why people be happy to eat. The night is over. We're not eating. Okay? The two bum birds in the background talking about how Wendy was being antagonistic, Wendy's doing this, Wendy's doing that. It's just like y'all pick and choose on what a person's actions dictates how a person's character. Because y'all thought that Monique was an animal when she fought Candace. And it's complete bullshit. And it's bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Because y'all had so much shit to say about how Monique is not the epitome of what a role model should look like. You're worried about how her daughter looks up to her. But then Mia acted in that exact same manner. Throwing a drink on a woman is very low class. It's very bottom of the barrel. But you're not gonna say, "Oh no, she shouldn't have did that. That was wrong. That's beneath her. She was baited. She was egged on. It wasn't her fault." That's what you guys gonna do. So she calls G to schedule a flight. Did I get that part already? She calls G to schedule a flight. And what else happened? Blah blah blah. Baby. Oh, I'm tired. So, so this is, Winnie telling them, how would you feel if somebody come up to you and how you're doing business and how you doing business and they want to check on you and this and that. That's some bullshit, okay? So, after that, Robin thought this was a moment. Oh no, I forgot. There were multiple times that Mia sat down, got back up, sat down, got back up. The same thing happened again. Wendy using her words. Mia can't take it. Security separates them, and Mia hits her with her purse. Deserves an ass whooping for that. And basically, if you are mad because I use my words and she threw a drink, that's not my problem. She chose violence. Move on from there. Robin thought this was a moment by saying, Wendy is right, Wendy is right, she's the winner. It's like, Robin, what are you doing? For someone who want to call out being antagonistic, you sure is acting like one. Acting like someone who wants attention to put on you. And I feel like you just learned that word antagonistic. So she's calling G to catch a flight. Robin, Jacqueline, and Giselle, you are not leaving. And her nails, they're all broken and blooded. Girl, that was your problem. You fought security guard to get at Wendy. You didn't fight. You kept fighting yourself. Miss me. So it's so funny how the two bumbers who are known instigators and antagonizers said, well, she did exactly what you wanted her to do. She did exactly what she wanted you to do, and you didn't. Okay, well, she's won. I'm embarrassed, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, get the fuck out of here. Robin and Giselle wants to pick and choose on how a fight starts and look at the action of another person. Are you not going to look at the actions of what Candace did to Monique? She baited Monique. You're going to drag me, and she got fucking dragged. Okay, don't bait someone to fight you. When they fight you, want to say, oh my gosh, she hit me. That's what happened with Mia and Wendy. Wendy was telling Mia, girl, leave me alone. Okay, what is you questioning me about texting a man for good night and goodbye? Mia couldn't fight back with her words, so she threw a drink. Karen and Ashley still at the table, wanting more wine. She's still calling her husband. Mia is lying, not starting the beginning of what happened. And when the comment about how her and G sleeps with men and women, that comment came after the drink was thrown. And they showed the footage, and that's exactly what happened. Ashley said it again. Listen, I love my girl Mia, but that was completely unnecessary. I'm going to have to give credit for Ashley. I do like Ashley at times, but she was all the way right when she said that I'm good with Mia. Mia is fun. She's my girl. But she was way out of line for throwing a drink on her. I swear, like, we got to be fair. Like, that's shots fired when you throw a drink at somebody. So now, she's getting emotional in the car. I don't care. Giselle came back and say she is getting her things together, rightly so. She's calming down and she's going on about what her next 2 days is like. So you're pretty much giving Mia the victim card that she deserves to be coddled, deserves to be, oh, it's okay, woo, 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 when it's a bunch of bullshit. Mia started it, okay? Mia started that whole fight, and none of y'all bum bitches did nothing, okay? Robin Giselle, for y'all that don't like violence, y'all sure have a front row seat when it goes down and have a different way of responding to what happens when a fight happens. So Wendy gets up, and Ashley, where you going? I am not about to deal with Mia empathizers, you know what I'm saying? Because it was so wrong when Monique did it. Y'all was against violence, right? When she fought Candace. Now all of a sudden, it's me against Mia, but I'm the wrong party here. I can't deal with hypocrites. Can't deal with them. If I stay in the house, I'm gonna beat her ass. I was so happy she drew that comparison because y'all definitely was all about, women empowerment, and Monique didn't represent that. How is she supposed to be a mother to her children and she's acting like this? But Wendy, I did say last season, that it's gonna happen to you too. Like Monique said, they're gonna come after you next, and that's exactly what they did the next season. Robin and Giselle were talking about the rumors about Eddie. You and this composure of being a professor, Dr. Wendy, all that went out the window when you called out Robin and Giselle and said, I'll beat your motherfucking ass if it wasn't for these cameras. And now this is another time where you're in a position where you defend yourself and they're looking at you as, oh my God, because that's what they do. Robin and Giselle look for flaws in other people because they feel like how can they have a good life and they don't. They all have jealousy and insecurity issues. So they look for other ways to exploit that without expressing their own. So Mia, you are absolutely wrong and fucked up. Robin Giselle, you're fucked up. I was very happy that Karen and Ashley defended Wendy. I hope that still goes on. I hope that Ashley still separates herself from them. I think that Ashley dumbs down when she's around them. But when she sees it, it's like, this is not good. I can't say this wasn't wrong because this was wrong. So it's a to be continued, and we're gonna see what happens next because this is a whole bunch of bullshit. A whole bunch of bullshit, okay? But y'all, that's it. That's all I have. Please stay tuned for next video, and I'm gonna see you guys later. Bye and happy Thanksgiving.